Okay, guys, now we're going to use sine, cosine, tangent to find the missing measure, which is right here. It's going to be x. Notice that for the hypotenuse, we don't have anything. When we find the missing measure, we're usually going to be missing some measurement. So the important thing is here is where do we start? Now, we have to start at one of these corners. Which corner can I not start at? Brittany. The hypotenuse is not a corner. The angles, corner angles are A, B, C, and I cannot start at one of them. Morgan.
A.
No, I can't start at A. William.
Angle B.
I cannot start at angle B because it touches both legs. You will never start at angle B for cosine, sine, cosine, or tangent. Here we go. What angle do we start at? Sydney.
A.
Angle A. It's fairly obvious because it's the only one that has a measurement besides the 90-degree angle. So we're going to start at angle A. Now, this part is kind of tricky. We have to decide whether we're going to use sine, cosine, or tangent. In order to do that, we need to find out from angle A what we have and what we don't have. What are we missing from angle A? Clark?
The hypotenuse.
The hypotenuse. So if we're missing the hypotenuse, that means we cannot use anything that uses the hypotenuse because we don't know what it is. It doesn't even have a variable for it. So what uses the hypotenuse? Sine. Cosine. So it's very easy to see what we're going to use. We're going to use tangent. So we're going to find the tangent of angle A. All right? So let's go ahead and do that. Tangent is what?
The opposite over adjacent.
Opposite over adjacent. So starting from angle A, what is the opposite?
X.
X divided by the adjacent, which means next to, which is what?
55.
Very good. Okay, now, normally we would have two numbers here and we'd have our answers, but we don't. We're missing X. Okay? So in order to solve for X, we need to get
X by itself.
X by itself. So here we go. Let's get started. First of all, let's complete this side. Do we know what the angle A, the measurement of is?
Yeah.
What is it?
5.2 degrees.
5.2 degrees. So we need to find the tangent of 5.2 degrees, and that should be equal to X over 55. But I still need to get X by itself. What is stopping X from being by itself? Price. Divided by 55. How, class, how do I get rid of divided by 55? Go ahead. Multiply by 55. The important thing is here, if you do the opposite, it'll cancel out. But what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. 55 on that side. Okay? All right, so that cancels out over here. X is now by itself. So we got 55 times the tangent of 5.2 degrees equals X. Now for this, we already have X by itself, so whatever you get here is the measure of this line right there. So what you have to do is you have to use your calculator here. Type in 5.2, depending on what calculator you're using, 5.2 tangent times 55. What is that going to give you?
It'll give you about 5.0.
It'll give you like 5.005 something, right? But it wants us to round to the nearest 10. So it's going to give us 5.0. And X equals about 5.0, which means the measurement of X is?
5.0.
And now that's how you find your missing side right there. Pretty easy? Yeah, not too bad when you think about it.